Hey,
Trailer,
everybody.
trailer time.
Unless you've been living under a rock, the Spider Man No Way Home trailer has arrived. You've
It's
probably already
here.
seen it. Maybe you've watched it 10 times.
Well, I know
Maybe.
that I read earlier 10 million people. It had 10 million views in the first hour.
Yes, it broke Endgame's, and it also broke Avengers Endgame record for most views in 24 hours.
Yeah. Wow.
People were excited for this, man. People
Mhm.
have been begging and begging, like, where's our trailer? Where's our trailer? It's coming out. We want to see. Obviously, there was stuff they had to hold off on because other movies, other things had to come out first.
Yeah.
Because if not, it would spoil some stuff.
Hmm.
There was even talk from Feige where he said, I don't think we're going to release a trailer. So part of me
Yeah.
kind of wonders if this trailer was released because of that leak that happened, which
Yeah.
I purposely didn't look it up. I did not want to see the leak, but
No, me neither. Me
yeah,
neither. And yeah, whoever does that, stop. You're not cool.
yeah.
So
I
anyway,
think we're in the minority with that one though, but like,
true. Yeah,
yeah, because for me, I don't like leaks because one, it's bad video quality. Two,
it is.
sometimes the leaks don't have the CGI effects
Hmm.
and all that kind of stuff
Hmm.
done well yet,
Hmm.
because they could just kind of show here's what's coming, and they
Yeah.
do that on purpose so people won't leak it, but people do it anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And of course, and I have a little sour taste in my mouth because I know most people hate X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Mm.
I don't think that's as bad as everyone makes it out to be, but so many people saw an unfinished cut of it and
Oh, really?
made judgments on it, and and it was just like it was just unfair. I mean, this still wasn't the best movie, but like
Yeah.
it wasn't as bad. I didn't think it was as bad as everyone said it was. So that's why I was like, I do not want to see the leak. If they release it, then I'll watch it, and they did,
Yeah.
and we are here to talk about it.
We're here. So I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. You're the Spider-Man guy. I mean, you got him tattooed right there on your arm in two places.
Yeah, two
So
places.
yeah, go
Maybe
for it.
show it somewhere
Yeah,
in there.
there you
I
go.
don't even know how to use
He's
stuff.
there somewhere.
Anyways, yeah. So
So,
I mean,
oh, by the way, someone at our church wants to see your Miles Morales tattoo. That sounded weird, but
oh,
so
okay.
we're talking tattoos tonight. So,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, there you go. If you're watching,
boom.
if not,
Yep, there she is.
I'll show you later. But yeah, so like this trailer dropped, and honestly, I thought there was a lot of good, and there was some stuff that I'm cautiously optimistic about. And I'm just at a point. I think I've told you this before, Gary. I'm just at a point with Spider-Man where I'm just kind of like, all right, listen, I'm kind of over the whole awkward teenager in high school trying to balance high
Mm-hmm.
school girl life, family
Mm-hmm.
life, and Spider-Man. Like this is the third time around we've had this same exact storyline. So I want to like I'm ready to see Prime Spider-Man. Like, sure, he's a young adult, he's got things figured out. Where he's being stretched is mentally with his villains,
Mm-hmm.
and he's supposed to be a really science genius, like a science whiz and a nerd. Like I want to see that side of him. I want to see him work through his issues in that way. He's not. It's kind of like he's not like a detective like Batman, but
Mm-hmm.
like. But he does have that science side where he has to use science to figure out his problems because
Yeah.
a lot of his villains are based around science.
Yep.
And so like I'm ready to see that, and this gave me a little bit of that where I thought was cool,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like okay, like he's dabbling into areas he's not used to. Now, granted, with the Doctor Strange stuff that you see in this trailer, now we're dabbling more into sorcery and magic and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, which he is not going to know anything about. But I'm hoping they bring some of his intelligence into this because they do kind of make him look like again like the awkward teenager buffoon
Yeah.
kid in different areas. So that's why I'm like cautiously optimistic. Hey, Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. I'm there. I'm watching it regardless.
Oh yeah.
But so for me, it's like I'm going to see it, but I'm hoping we're seeing some growth out of him. And I know this picks up. This trailer shows that it picks up right after Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this movie's going to pick up from. But I'm hoping to see that side a little bit more, him a little bit more in his element, confident in who he is, confident in his calling, if you will, as Spider-Man. I'm hoping to see more of that. And of course, I got excited, and I know you disagree, but the Raimi Spider-Mans to me are still the best. And here we have
Well,
Green Goblin,
yeah.
and when I actually looked up the cast list, it has William Dafoe.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's coming back, and we have Alfred Molina coming back as Doc
Mm-hmm.
Ock. And of course we saw like Electro's Lightning from Amazing Spider-Man, which I personally liked. I mean, already knew Jamie Foxx was going to be in it, but especially Green Goblin and Doc Ock, man,
Yeah.
that alone, price of admission. I'm there.
Or at least, and I have my biggest issue with those movies are the third one, but at least they're
Which
bringing
is
out
fair.
the best elements of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
William Dafoe, Anthony wasn't it Anthony Molina,
Alfred Molina, yeah.
Alfred Molina, yeah, sorry, and I was excited. I had completely forgot he was coming back until I saw the end of the
Mm-hmm.
trailer, and so yeah, that got me. I was excited for this anyway because I like Spider-Man and I love
Mm-hmm.
this rendition of Spider-Man, and that was a solid trailer. The only questions I have are the Doctor Strange involvement, and I know he's
Mm-hmm.
got to be involved to do the stuff he's doing. I hope it explains a little bit more of why he's helping Peter Parker out,
Right.
because the Doctor Strange, I kind of, and that's what I was thinking about throughout the day. The Doctor Strange I've been led to know through the movies I've seen him in is he's not a guy that messes around with the stuff, this type of stuff.
Right.
And so when you got some, Peter Parker comes and says, I want to no one know I'm Peter Parker. I don't think he would do anything with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hope they kind of explain that a little bit more. But
Yeah.
like it was a trailer, so they're not gonna explain everything. So
Right. And they're not. And I guess that's, there is guys like us are going to have a little bit of nitpicking of plot and stuff
yeah,
in a trailer. But like, I guess like for me, like, I think you're right. They need to really explain what this involvement is. Because for me, like the biggest gripe I have about this rendition of Spider-Man is that, or one of the biggest gripes, I guess, but either way, is that he's not Spider-Man. Like in the sense that he's not figuring stuff out on his own. He kind of, through Civil War came in because of Tony, and then he's kind of like Iron Boy. Like the picture I had up there a second ago, that he already had his Iron Spider suit. And like, and this is something that, it happens in the comics and stuff, but it's like, he's not Spider-Man. This is Iron Boy. Like this is his ward. And then it's like, and I understand like they wanted to have like a good like father figure for him because Uncle Ben died and stuff. But that's part of what made Spider-Man great, is that in spite of not having his true father and then his father figure die, and then him having to work through that and work through why that happened, and him having to rise above that and take care of his aunt. Like I always thought was really great and really strong to see that, this kid was being raised by his aunt, basically a single mom, and he gets these spider powers. Great power comes great responsibility, as we know, and how that really drives him, and he had to rise above it and work through those issues. And that's part of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. And so that's why for me, it's kind of like, why did you have to do that with Iron Man? And then now what? So Doctor Strange is just going to take his spot?
yeah,
And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't want that though.
no, yeah, yeah. It's time for him to take that next step, and we'll see where this takes us. Maybe that's planned for the one after this, but either way, like you said, I mean, I've been excited for this movie. What we think we're gonna get in this movie has got me very excited. So
Yeah.
this
And I
trailer
hope
did a good job.
Yeah, and I hope they explain Doctor Strange, because it just seems a little bit out of character that he would just cast this spell just because this kid asked him, and
That's what I'm
especially
saying,
since and especially since it's a dangerous spell, and that he would goof it up. Like, wait, I thought he's Sorcerer Supreme now.
Yeah,
So it's like they need to.
stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's a lot like, okay, guys, y'all better have some good writing to explain all this.
Yeah, like does Doctor Strange have stakes in this spell where he needs to do it too? Because even the guy was like, "Don't do that spell. Don't do that spell." So when does this come out? December, November,
December 22nd.
December 22nd.
Yes, right in time for Christmas.
Yeah, man, I didn't realize it was so far away. Dang.
Yeah, I know it is so far. But listen, man, they got Shang-Chi, they got Eternals.
Yeah, we got
they got other stuff that they're trying to get out here. But I think a good Christmas movie, so I'm excited
yeah.
about that. And and it's good because
Should be a good one to take the wives to. Megan loves Spider-Man.
there we go. You hear that, babe? Double date
Number
to
8.
see Spider-Man.
Look it.
So, yep. And so, I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff in here that I got excited. I was like, man, I'm glad they showed us that. And there was some stuff I was kind of like, why are you doing that? Like, why does that have to happen?
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, I'm glad to see that they are doing that. And like, even like this shot here, like, again, we're seeing this because there's a little bit of banter in this trailer of like, you need to get over this double life thing. Like, you need to make decisions. We'll see what that ends up happening, because I think that's one of those fake outs where they're trying to make it look like one thing, but it's something different. But then you see like this kind of shot. So this also makes me wonder, when Strange cast that spell, did he forget who Spider-Man was too?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, so now he's fighting Spider-Man and trying to deal with some stuff.
Yeah.
Which that could be very interesting if that happens.
Yeah.
And so now he has to go back and explain everything. Because there is like a storyline in the comic where this happens. and he goes to him and he tries to save Mary Jane so she will still remember who he is, and stuff gets messed up, and everybody, everyone, even Doctor Strange does forget who he is. So if they bring that element into this movie, I think that'd be pretty cool. And whatever Spider-Man's holding in his hand right there, that box, must be something with the multiverse. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm excited just because it's multiverse, man.
Yeah.
I do hope we see Tobey Maguire. I do hope we see Andrew Garfield. Like, I hope we see them team up to fight all these villains, because it looks like, now I will say, I did look at one of those, let's look at every little Easter egg 2 seconds after the trailer came out.
Oh yeah.
But it was cool. Like, I mean, I already noticed the villains we already talked about, but they pointed out, like, look at all this sand, that could be Sandman. Look at this point, there's an arm grabbing, that's probably the Lizard. So it looks like there could be a Sinister Six kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And if it is Mysterio behind it all, because listen, I would be the conspiracy theorist. I think Mysterio's still alive.
Think so?
Yes. I don't think he exposed Spider-Man's true identity to the world after he's dead for no reason. Like, what does that accomplish? Yeah. Mysterio's big gripe was against Iron Man. His vengeance, his revenge was against Iron Man. It wasn't against Spider-Man. So why, after Iron Man's dead, why ruin this kid's life, who it looks like you generally kind of liked, but why ruin this kid's life after your death? I think there's more to show here. I think maybe they did something with the glasses where they couldn't tell or whatever. Something is going on, I think. And I think we'll see him back.
I'd love to see Jake Gyllenhaal in that role again, because he was the best part of Far From Home. Mm-hmm. Which Jake Gyllenhaal is usually the best part of any movie he's in, but
that's also true.
So,
but
this trailer did its job. Got us even more excited.
And again, like with the Ghostbuster trailer, do not give us another trailer. We are fine.
I don't think we need another one. We don't need it.
Nope, don't need it.
So,
don't say anymore.
Do we want to say, even if they give us another one, we're not going to watch it?
I don't know about that. I don't think I have that kind of self-control.
Think we do it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should try. See how long we can last. If they do drop a new trailer, maybe we should come out and be like, no trailer reaction, and talk about how I'm suffering not watching it.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
Even if, like, the way the world works now, we'd have to stay off YouTube. We'd have to stay off everything. Mm-hmm. Because people talk,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Or I'd be okay if they dropped a second trailer to try to drum up more excitement, like a week before it comes out.
Yep.
Because then I can last like not watching it for a week.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yes. So again, I wasn't excited for Marvel Phase 4, but with these 3 movies that coming out, with Shang-Chi, I'm already excited about after the first trailer. Eternals after the second trailer. If you guys watch that, go check out our trailer reaction on that.
Got some good stuff coming. And apparently Shang-Chi has got some really, really good early reviews. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. So we'll see what you got, Marvel. We'll see what you got.
We're here.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Because listen, Marvel, here's all I got to say. You're skating on thin ice with me. And things are looking good, but you better come through, because I did hear word, and we'll talk about this another day, that they might continue the Snyderverse. That there's talk. There is talk.
What?
There is talk. We'll talk about that another day. I just had to get Gary excited.
Don't get my hopes up.
So I'm just saying, I might have to jump ship if they don't pull these 3 movies off.
Well.
So we'll see. We'll see what you got, Marvel.
A lot of time to be a comic book superhero movie fan.
Absolutely. So if you haven't yet, guys, thanks for joining us. Subscribe, like, all that great stuff that you guys already know. Share it.
You know what to do.
Yeah, real pastors will be back. We will always be back, no matter what happens.
Yes. Unless we get trapped in a time warp and we're locked in the Phantom Zone, then we will not be back. Someone else will be back.
Yeah, or replaying the same day over and over.
Different versions of us will be back because we'll be in a different timeline.
The darkest timeline?
I pray not.
I pray not.
I'm not trying to lose my arm. So,
I'm saying.
I'll grow a goatee, be evil Gary.
I like it.
Yeah.
So would I be clean shaven and be evil? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll see.
Probably.
The opposite. Bizarro world. I'll have a beard you won't.
Yes. That will be weird. Anyways, see,
Anyway, that's for all you
multiverse,
community fans out there. So
and that's
See you, folks.
multiverse.